Greeting to you, my friend. My name is Walanjo. If you have been following me on my previous videos, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you very, very much. And I'm hoping those previous videos have been helpful to you, and at least, you've gained something out of it. And if not, I will recommend that you go back to my previous videos and check them out. Let me know what you think on the comment section, please. So, for the past couple of months, or for the past month, I have been teaching you how to make money, either by getting a job, selling a product to make money, or selling a service. That's what we've been talking to on my previous videos. So those who have not been following, please go back and check it out. Now, when you get all these things covered and you start making money, what next? We have to figure out how to keep that money and grow it out. I will teach you how you can keep that money, how you can grow it, and you need to, this particular video, you need to pay very, very great attention, because this is one of the most important things you need to learn. Question is, what happens to us when we start making money? Something change when we start making money. Our behavior suddenly change when we start holding that money in our hands. We start living above our means. We start buying things we don't need to impress people we don't know. We feel like the world is very small and we're the king. If you start feeling that way when you start making money, please calm down. Listen to yourself. That is not the way to go. I will take my time and teach you what you need to do when you get some money coming your way. That way, you can become very, very, very financially free and very, very comfortable. Let me tell you something about money. Money is a great servant and a terrible master. If you respect money, money will serve you very, very well. Also, you have to understand that 80% of what you do with money is based on your behavior around money. And 20% is just based on your head knowledge. So, with that kind of information, you have to really, really check your behavior once you get some money coming your way. Now, what do you need to do? Today we are going to discuss how to help you manage your money very, very wisely, because this is a topic that a lot of people don't really think about when it comes to how to manage their money. They just go out there and make money and spend money. But if you don't know how to manage money very, very wisely, you are going to be in some terrible, terrible problems, and that is not what I want from any of my viewers, of any of my followers. I'm going to teach you step by step how you can manage your money wisely. So, what is the first thing you do when you get paid? When you get some money coming your way, when you make a business and make a profit, what is the first thing you do in the act of managing your money? Let me tell you, the first thing you have to do, the number one thing, you have to sit down and analyze your current financial situation. You have to identify your needs versus your wants. You need to know what is really, really important to you and what you just want to get for getting sick. 2, start with a detailed cash flow plan or a budget. Budgeting is gold. You need to list all your sources of income, where all your money is coming from. You need to list all that down. And then you need to list all your expenses, your monthly expenses. You have to list all your monthly expenses. So you need to know where your money is coming from and how you're spending that money. This is what I recommend. If you're listing your expenses, you have to list them according to your importance. Personally, I will list them shelter first. That's my first expense. Food, clothing, transportation, and medical. That is how I will list my most valuable expenses. That is the money that I make. I have to take care of these 5 things first before any other thing. Any other thing can come in on their other numbers. Once you have a knowledge of your cash flow, once you know where your money, how your money is coming in and where your money is going, now you have to start setting up some very, very important goals, you know. And if you don't know how to set these things up, if you don't know how to put your cash flow together, call me, give us a call. Go to the comment section and just comment on need help. Go to the comment section, just comment I need help. We'll get out to you. We'll get back to you and walk you through on these things. All right. So when all that is done, you need to start setting up some very, very important goals. And these are the goals that are going to guide you, help you to become financially free. So let's set up some goals. Let's start this journey, you know. Now that we're making money, let's start this journey together so that the money that we're making, we're keeping it and we're growing it. The first goal that you need to set is going to be a short-term goal. A short-term goal should be and must be your emergency fund. Your emergency fund is the most important goal that you need to set up, and that's your first goal, your emergency fund. Your emergency fund is going to be typically 6 to 9 months. I know a lot of people say 3 to 6 months. No, I want you to have 6 to 9 months of your monthly budget. Remember when you set up your cash flow and you knew how much money you were spending every month? Take that money, set up a goal to save 6 to 9 months of that total money, of that total monthly budget. That should be your first emergency goal. This is just so that in case something happens to you while you're making your money, you should, like say you get sick, you get into a car accident, you get, so you have to fly somewhere or you have an emergency. That is the purpose of that money. So you can live and go for 6 to 9 months and come back and know that you can start over and start going without begging or doing anything. That is the purpose of the emergency fund. Very, very important. That's the first thing you do. The second goal that you set up is a mid-term goal, is a medium-term goal is savings for little things like you want to buy a house. If you're trying to buy a house, you know, that's a mid-term goal. You want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, you want to throw a party for your mother, you want to throw a party for your wife, you want to do an anniversary. Those are mid-term goals, things that you want to do, you know, that you need money to do them. You understand? Now, long-term goals. Long-term goals, these two are, for me, short-term goal and long-term goals are the most important, because long-term goals, you need to start planning for your retirement. You need to start planning for your kids' education. You know, when it comes to long-term goals, a lot of us, we don't really think we're going to need retirement. We start thinking that we're going to depend on the government. We're going to depend on social security. No. You have to save money for yourself. And you don't have, this is non-negotiable. Get in touch with us. We have financial advisors that can sit down with you, analyze your situation, set some very reasonable long-term goals for you. You understand? And put you on track. So these are the 3 goals that you need to set for yourself. In order for you to really accomplish these goals, you know, personally, as I've always said, living below your means is just the best way you can accomplish these goals. And what do I mean by living below your means? You have to be very, very intentional about your spending. You know, you have to truly focus on what brings value to your life. You know, you have to sit down, and I said on my previous videos, analyze yourself. You know who you're spending your money with, or what are they valuable. You have to know that. Avoid unnecessary expenditure. You know, remember that any money that you don't spend is money that you can save and invest for your future or for your generation. So this is how you set up your goals. Now, talking about savings, how do you save? Personally, I recommend you save 20 to 30% of your income. It's very hard, but you have to start very, very gradual. You know, don't kill yourself because you have to save. Remember, I'm not trying to make you to just live life like, you know, there's no life. You have to enjoy yourself, but you have to be intentional. You have to be careful. You have to live above your means. If you really want to build a nest egg for yourself and your family, you have to be very, very careful of everything that you're doing. It's very, very important with this money thing. Managing money is not a piece of cake. It's very, very easily said than done. And when you're saving, try to automate your savings. Make sure that the money automatically comes out of your checking account or out of any account that you want to save and go to your savings account. That it makes it easier for you to save. So that's how you start saving. You know, the next thing you have to do is investment. You have to invest. You know, the only way, and this is the only way you can double the money that you make, is by investing. There's no other way you can double your money. You have to invest. And the reason is because of the compounding effect of investment. You know, if you don't know about these things, call us, call me. I will tell you, or I will teach you where, who, and how to invest. You have to know where to invest, how to invest, and who to trust with your investment. You know, you can go online and invest online, but you know, it's at your risk. But you need a financial advisor to guide you on investing. That is what you need to do. Now, you have to avoid high interest debts like credit cards. You know, very, very, very important. Credit cards are very, very bad. If you've never had a credit card, and if you've had a credit card, you can tell the experience. Avoid those. Okay? Try as much as possible to always create multiple sources of income. Let your money be coming from all directions. In my other videos, I talked about your abilities and I talked about your capabilities that God has given you. Use them. As you're making money, now you're making money, you still have opportunity to use your abilities and make money. Remember, keeping and growing money is not easy, and it's not about getting rich quick. It's step by step process. It's about making consistent decisions over time. It's about delayed gratification, choosing to forego the the short-term pleasures for the long-term financial freedom and success. It's about living like no one else today so that you can live and give, or live, give, and chop life like no one else tomorrow. If you want money to be your friend, you have to respect money. So, with this said, please, if you have any problem managing your money, give us a call. Get in touch with me. Just go to walanjo.org. We are putting this information out there because we believe, and me personally, I believe that if you follow all the steps that I've said on this video, it's a very long video. If you follow everything that I've said on this video and you reach out to me, there is no way you're going to have a financial problem. There's just no way you're going to have a financial problem. Okay? So, we're here to help. We do this for the community, basically for free. All the information that I put out here, all our financial advisors will advise you at basically no cost. The partners that I have put together to work with me are there to advise you at no cost. And if the advice does not work well for you, you can go out on the internet and look it for yourself. So when you're making all this money and you start being comfortable, or not even, you don't even need to start being comfortable. Even before you start making this money, you have to protect the money. How do you protect the money? The only way and the best way to protect the money is to buy insurance. You have to insure this yourself. You have to insure the money that you're making, just in case if something happens to you, you're not, your family is not suffering. You have to have health insurance, very important. You have to have property insurance and car insurance, very important. And you have to have life insurance. Life insurance is the most important thing you can get. As a matter of fact, you can use 20% of your income, of your total annual income, to protect 100% of all your assets using life insurance. You understand? And if you don't know how to do that, get in touch with me. I will show you how I use 20% of my income and I protected all my billions. This is a fact. Call me and I'll show you. Now, remember, keeping and growing your money is not about, it's not easy. Okay? So keeping and growing your money is not easy. It's about making consistent decisions over time. This is not something that you just get up today and you start doing, consistent decisions over time. So please share this video with friends, family, your network, so we can all grow this community together and make it a great community for us to live, work, and become, and everybody is financially free. That's the only reason I put out these videos, because my community have found out that finance is a topic that a lot of people are shunning away from. They don't want to hear it, and I'm here to give it to you, and I'm here to research and find out how to make you financially literate. You need to know how money works. If you don't know how money works and how to manage your money, you are in very, very serious problems. And your generation will never live to remember you. That's all. You have to make your generation to remember you. Your children's children. They have to sit down one day and say, oh, my great grandfather was Mr. Walanjo. Again, thank you for watching. Have a beautiful weekend. And again, I'll see you on my next video. Ciao. Take care.